initial motivation was just I've always been fascinated by this area, but also I had several patients who approached me. They said, Doc, we got 23andMe. Is there anything better out there? I said, well, it's funny you should ask. So I said, before having any of my patients do this, I convinced my practice to let me come through first. So I was the initial guinea pig, if you will. And what was the real fascinating piece started when I got my whole genome sequencing back. One of the significant findings were most everything was benign, but the significant finding was I came up homozygous for 2 copies of the rapsin gene, which codes for something called a disease called CMS, congenital myasthenic syndrome. And the significance of that was because my brother, younger brother, had been diagnosed 25 years earlier with myasthenia gravis, and the doctors in New York who diagnosed him were never really 100% certain that that's what he had, but it's the best label that they could give him. So then a year ago, I decided to get my whole genome sequenced. I come up with this homozygous positive for rapsin, and I said, well, Chris, we got to get you sequenced here. Sure enough, he's got 2 copies as well. We sit down with the genetic counselor and the medical geneticist, and they say, we don't know how to tell you this, but you've been treated for the wrong disease for the past 25 years. But I mean, the good news out of all of that was we knew he didn't have myasthenia gravis, and we knew what not to treat him with anymore, the high-dose steroids. And I mean, his medical care for the past 25 years must have cost $1 million. And essentially, it never did anything, and it was just a waste of resources. We got him enrolled in a drug trial at Johns Hopkins for an experimental drug for the treatment of CMS. It's part of why I think we're doing this here is my brother and I are both, if there's something that we can do to advance the research, the knowledge on this, we want to do it.